All right, today we're going to talk about how you can know if you have an authentic, limited, signed edition, first edition from Grant Publishing. So I'm going to go through a few key items that you'll see specifically for the wind through the keyhole. So you can see if you have a real edition and not a fake one. So starting off, the limited first edition from Grant is going to come in this cover. This is a beautiful cover, but this is going to be a special cover for the book that it's going to come into. Now, another small little detail is there will be a sticker on the cover. Now, this is on all my books that I have. This sticker is there, and it's put on there by the publisher so they can keep track of all the books so they don't have to open them up and look at the signature page. It's just on the outside. So not all of them will have that. That's not an official thing that the book's going to have, but most of them should have that on there, but they do fall off. So that's the first thing. This cover is going to look like this. Now let's get inside the book. Next, you're going to have the dust jacket. It's going to look like this. This one, not necessarily on the outside, is unique to them, but what happens on the inside of the dust jacket is unique for the limited first edition. So let's pull this off so we can take a look at it. Now here's where the difference is on the limited dust jacket. Namely, in the dust jacket, there is no ISBN number, so there's no barcode in there. It does say that also that this one is by Grant Publishing, and the bottom on the back does say Grant Publishing. Most of them are not from Grant Publishing for these. Also, it will have the wording in here that gives a little story. Talks about the book itself by Stephen King, gives a summary of the book as is customary for it. And of course, the story is when it's on the back of the slipcover. That's the interesting thing. It has some other things that are available from Grant Publishing. Back here, talks about other things, the Little Sisters of Aurelia that you can get. The talisman, the black house, also says the dust jacket is by Jay Lee, which of course we know that is the case on that. So that's a little bit about the dust jacket. The big one for that is you will not see an ISBN number on this, which other versions you will. Now let's get inside the book. There's going to be two things inside the book that we're going to talk about that will show that this is a limited edition. First one will be the signature page. The second will be the edition page. So let's open up to the signature page. So there's the signature page. Now let's talk a little bit about this one. The signature page does say this special first edition of The Dark Tower, The Wind Through the Keyhole, signed by the author Stephen King and the artist Jay Lee. This edition is limited to 800 copies for sale. This one is copy number 152, signed by Stephen King and by Jay Lee, the artist. Interesting thing about this one is the only one that has fewer than this is the very first book, The Gunslinger, and that one only has 500. So this one's pretty unique. Interesting thing about the signature page that will tell you if this is a true copy is the number will be in red. Stephen King's signature will be in a blue, and Jay Lee's will be in a black ink. Some of these have different colors. Unfortunately, some of the other books don't have different signature colors on them, but this one does, which I am a fan of. Now let's go to the edition page. This will be the next thing that will tell you if it is a limited first edition. So there we go. It says it's copywritten 2012 by Stephen King, illustrations by Jay Lee, the book designed by Thomas Canty and Robert Wiener. The important part about this one is down when you go down, it'll say first edition. And in here, it does have an ISBN number, which is interesting because the cover doesn't. So it will say first edition. There are no numbers. A lot of the times for editions that are not first, there'll be something like the lowest number will be a 9, like a 11, 12, 13. That'll tell you that that's the 9th edition. This one simply says first edition. And of course, it's got to be by grant publishers. So there you go. That's how you can tell a few key things: the numbering on it, the dust jacket without the ISBN, and then the signature pages. And that is how you can know if you have a authentic, true, limited signed edition of The Wind Through the Keyhole. Thank you.